After being misled all of your life by a stupid triangle, you decided to give the carnivore diet a try to regain your health, but it was harder than you thought giving up all the sugar and carbs, leading you to fail multiple times trying to just eat meat. But instead of staying down and cowering in the corner with a Twinkie in your mouth, you decided to get back up and come out swinging. That, dear viewer, makes you a warrior.
You warriors are good. Real good. The best.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the morning meeting, and thank goodness it's Friday, right? Good to see y'all. If you're checking out the replay, glad you stopped by. Hope you're doing well. Don't be afraid to comment. Let me know how you're doing, even if you missed the live stream. So I see some folks are gathering. Very cool to see y'all. And yeah, had a busy couple days. You guys know Cassie and I went out of town. We went up to North Carolina. We had a wonderful time. Totally unplugged. Actually, the bed and breakfast we rented didn't have Wi-Fi, and there was no cell phone signal. They actually had a hard line, so you could, you'd call out if you needed, I guess emergency services or whatever. So Cassie and I left our phones by the front door and ate good food and just enjoyed each other's company. Played a lot of chess, played some cards, and tried to go for a walk, you guys. I went for a little bit of a walk. One thing this trip really showed me is how out of shape I am. I mean, there were a lot of little hiking trails, and it was pretty pathetic. I was pretty embarrassed, So Cassie and I had a long talk about recommitting to daily exercise. So it's something I'm trying to figure out, It's just been so hot here in South Carolina. I haven't even gotten the garage done yet. It's 90% done, but just that last 10%, Anyway, excuses. But as far as what I ate, did really good. Beef, butter, bacon, and eggs. I did have a slip up, and that's the theme of today's live stream, is just going over how we did for the week. If you blew it, let us know. It's good to get it off your chest. I'm about to admit to you guys, yeah, I kind of blew it a little bit. Not too bad. Yeah, not too bad to where I could laugh about it, because it just wasn't BBBE. But for the most part, we took eggs with us, some hamburger. We took a couple steaks. They had a grill there, which was really nice, right outside the porch. So we ate some good food. Like Cassie would scramble up some eggs. I'd have those, and then she'd have them in low carb wrap. So she was kind of doing the Ketovore thing. And but on our way back last night, we decided to take a longer route. That's why we were late getting back, and we took the Blue Ridge Parkway. It was way out of our way, but it was a beautiful drive. The sun was setting. It was gorgeous. But I was hungry, and we stopped. And once we got down off the mountain at a Wendy's, and I had 2 Baconators without the bun and no sauce. So there was some cheese in there, basically. A couple of hamburger patties with cheese and a bacon. So I had 2 of those. It was really good, but it was we were out of food. And, I don't know. It was just a long trip, and I was like, I don't want to wait till we get home. Let's just stop. And Cassie had the same thing, except she kept the sauces on, which I think was a Baconator have, mayonnaise and ketchup, maybe. I'm not sure. But anyway, that was my big mess up. And I'll tell you, I see Alfie boys in the chat. Alfie, I thought of you when I had those Baconators and I had the cheese. I'm like, man, I'm going to have to tell Alfie I had a little bit of cheese. I didn't want to, because you're doing so well, man. A lot of you are. So anyway, we got almost 50 people in here. Very cool. I didn't know how many folks we have show up. Oh, and then this morning, one last thing. I make a dump run. If we got to bed late, I got up early. Made a dump run in the same, because we took my Honda Santa Fe. It's a 2008. We took that on our trip, not Cassie's new car. And this morning I went to the dump, made a dump trip, and then I swung by. We needed gas, so I filled up, and I go to start the car and it won't start. Tick, 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 tick. So I'm pretty sure it's corrosion on the battery post because I put a new starter in it 3 or 4 months ago. But I actually had to get a ride from a guy coming out of the store. I said, "Hey man, I live 2.5 miles away. Can I get a ride? I'll throw you $20." And he did. And so the car's still up there. So after the stream, I'm gonna drive up in another one of our cars and see if I can get it running. So this morning already has been like super stressful. Not super stressful, but who likes getting stuck somewhere? I'm like, gosh, if I call an Uber, I haven't called an Uber in forever. I'd be there, at least 40 minutes waiting for the Uber to arrive. So I was very thankful and blessed that that guy, helped me out. So anyway, yeah, I was like, yeah, I'll buy you lunch, throw you a 20, you drive me 2.5 miles. Too bad I wasn't in shape. I could have walked it, you know what I mean? But that didn't happen. But anyway, so after the stream, that's what I'll be doing. I'll be going up to retrieve my car. Anyway, let's say our hellos. Now, again, there's no topic today. We're just going over what Sean, the Intentional Carnivore, calls in his Facebook group weekly wins, or losses. I'd like to hear how you guys have done the last couple days. Um, hey, Ryan, ready to hear how everyone is doing another day, another choice. Ryan is daily watcher. You always here rooting us on, Ryan. Appreciate that. Fat Pat, a good old laundry day strikes again. Have a good one, everyone. No carbs, no sugar, and no cheating. There you go. Hey, there he is, Alfie boy. Hey, everyone. Day 8. Went to a Costco today and got 7 multi-packs of water. Felt a lot easier lifting them all in and out of the trolley. And car still having cold showers. They're awesome. That's very cool, Alfie boy. Last post I saw, you're down 27 pounds since June 1st. I saw in our Facebook group. Amazing, man. I'm real proud of you. Gidget, good morning, all. Hey, Gidget. Uh, Nurse Tammy, what's up? I hear you, Fat Pat. I made a bunch of brown butter bites for the freezer and just got done jarring homemade beef bone broth for all those Walla Doom days. Hey, so if you're having food aversion, Tammy, you're gonna fire up a little bone broth. Great strategy, because bone broth always sounds good, right? For sure. Hope your trip was good, Larry. Thanks, my man. It really was. Cassie and I, that's quality time, when you're not, when you don't have distractions, You got to sit there and put up with each other. Which I will say, after 22 years of marriage, we do really well at that. So, good morning, everyone. Tammy. Oh, again, everybody. We got the same people here. D, there you are. Good morning. Jessica, good morning, everyone. I hope you all doing well. Hope you are too, Jessica. Yeah, congrats on that increased strength, Alfie, for sure. And if by the slim chance there's somebody new watching, we've been getting together in the mornings every weekday, except the last couple of days because I was out of town. But just to support each other, it's really helping a lot. It's helping me tremendously. I know it's helped a few folks in here. So if you are new, welcome. Gidget, at 4 a.m. my binge meter was serious, the worst craving I had for a while. I prayed, got some pork rinds and a 0 A&W with 2 tea cream in it, and then went back to bed. Day 23. Sounds like you handled that craving pretty well, Gidget. Cassie's really struggling right now. She really is. She's going to Florida with our daughter, and she's like, that's when I get back, I'm gonna, really hunker down. So she's struggling right there. All you praying carnivores out there, you want to say a little prayer for Cassie. She just gotta she's in that funk, you know. You guys know what it's like. Poncher checking in. Morning, Larry. Morning, carnivores. Let's all hold strong this weekend. I say amen to that. And I'll probably be doing, since I missed a couple this week, I'm going to try and do a couple live streams over the weekend. Keep me on track. Kel, hey, what's up, Kel? Melissa, good morning. Kenny with knick-knack. Christine, good morning to y'all. Glad you guys had an enjoyable few days. We did, for sure. Good to be home, though. I'm just so thankful the car didn't give me problems while we were away. You know, that would have sucked. Big time. V. Osborne, good morning, everyone. So glad we're all here. Absolutely. It's tragic news. I heard, was his name Alex, who passed away? He was part of Homestead House community, but I saw Carrie Mann put out a video about him that he had some genetic defect with his heart. So sad. He seemed like a really nice guy. Tomorrow is on the fool's calendar. Tomorrow's not guaranteed for any of us, you know. But yeah, so sad for his family, friends. Keto in the Minutes, Tappy. Friday. Friday. Kel, good to unplug every once in a while. Yeah, and you know, it's funny. Cassie and I are both like, we were jonesing a little bit for our devices, you know. There's an addiction right there, too, our phones. Sounds like a great place to stay. It was. It was very beautiful. It was in Bryson City, which is just out near, right by Cherokee, North Carolina. And we were down in this little valley. That's why we had no cell service. But it was beautiful, no doubt. Heartland Soap and Sundries. Hey Larry, I've been watching you for a while, but never catch a live. Well, hey, glad you're here. Melissa, hot here in North Carolina too. Yeah, I'll tell you where we were at. It got down to like 70, 71 at night, which was nice. And then it was like in the low 80s while we were there during the day. So not bad. It was humid though. Jessica, the heat and humidity has been brutal the last couple days in Oklahoma. Seems like everywhere, right, Jessica? Ryan, you can do it one step at a time, my friend. Yeah. Christine, start with chair exercise. Great info from YouTube channel. Chair yoga and chair exercise is a great place to start. Yeah, I remember DDP, Diamond Dallas Page, DDP yoga. I remember that one guy, Arthur. He started. I mean, he couldn't barely walk, and he started out with a chair and then just transformed. Alfie, those cravings are tough, kid. I've been doing OMAD, so every day I'm thinking about a lot of food. It's actually like mourning the loss of a friend. All the comfort, joy, and memories it gave me. So true, so temporary, right? Just for a few minutes. A few minutes of pleasure, and we sabotage ourselves. I wanted to have pizza and other sad food, but I didn't. I did have tons of cheese with my eggs one time. It's not too bad, right, V. Osborne? The pizza would have been a lot worse. Uh, BRP is so gorgeous. BRP. Oh, yeah, it is. Very. Yeah, beautiful drive. Aaron, hey, man. I blew it in Hershey, but got back on track this week. However, I have been drinking diet soda this week. Not a lot, but still. Also, the cheese intake went up again. Yeah, you gotta get your footing after that vacation, Aaron. You know, don't be a Larry. Don't be a Larry. Oh, one meal at a time. Lynn, Lynn, good morning. The biggest hurdle as far as additions or addictions, thinking about food all day long. This is the whisper that distracts me from keeping focused on my intentions of excellent health. Yeah, thinking about food all day long. I think you meant addicts there, right, Lynn? I totally agree. Cheryl, I don't think that was a terrible cheat. Yeah, if you're referring to my baconators, what was it? 4 slices of cheese. Yeah, so no, but it's definitely not BBBE. You know, but I'm not. I mean, I'm today. I feel great. I'm not craving cheese or anything, or I'm gonna have my scrambled eggs and bacon here after the live stream before I go get the car. Hey, Luz Diaz, what's up? Good morning. I finally made it live. Good to see you. It was 11:34. Oh, I'm behind in the chat once again, guys. Been babbling a little bit. Babbling. Yeah, Cassie's working today, tomorrow, and then she's got 14 days off. So, like I said, she'll be going to Florida, and then she's ready to batten down the hatches when she gets back. And she's not going to go totally off the rails in Florida, but she's been basically doing dirty keto, you know. Gretchen, what's up? Good morning, everyone. I slipped up and ate buffalo deli chicken. I don't think of it as bad. It's meat. The heavenly, the heavenly eggs are a delightful variation. Oh, you're enjoying those, huh, Gretchen? Yeah, they're really good, aren't they? Good for you. Yeah, that was a little slip up. Not too bad at all. And those heavenly eggs. I don't know if you put them at room temperature, let them sit out for like 15, 20 minutes. I really like them like that, Gretchen. If cheese is the worst you had, you were doing great. Thanks, Aaron. I appreciate that. And I do look at it like as a big cheat, because can't have cheese on the BBBE challenge. I don't want excuses. What is it? 70 something days from now, I don't want an excuse. Oh, I had cheese. That's why I didn't lose, the weight I wanted to. So that's where I'm coming from with that. Grand Rising Family. Nurse Tammy, I slept with some boiled shrimp, slow cooked some beef shanks, and didn't want another egg. So, yeah. So, you're on the BBB challenge too, yeah. See, I mean, that's still solid carnivore, Tammy, right? I wouldn't call that a cheat, Larry. You made the decision to eat healthy. It wasn't strict BBB. Who cares? I love you, Kenny with Nick Nack. That's right. Who gives a dang? I just can't keep the cheese going. Melissa, our 22nd anniversary is tomorrow. I don't know what I'll be confessing on Monday. I hear you, Melissa. Well, what Cassie and I always do for our anniversaries when we're doing well on carnivore is we get our favorite meats and cook them up. It's usually surf and turf with lobster. Kind of that's our treat. Definitely don't go to the Italian restaurant like Cassie and I did last year, this last September. But happy anniversary. Very cool. Barbara, hello, Larry. Been off here a few days, going through some stressful times. Well, I hope that stress lifts for you, Barbara. We haven't done a live stream in a few days, so you haven't missed much. Glad you're here today, and I hope everything works out. It usually does, right? My dad used to say, if you can't remember what you were worrying about 1 year ago today, it wasn't worth worrying about. Little wisdom from Larry Dean Berquist Sr. Alfie boy, haha, don't be too hard on yourself for it. I'm actually super surprised I've not cheated. It's an intense mental challenge. It sure is, Alfie. And I don't want to hear you blowing it. You're doing so good. You did great, Larry. I get a challenge, but couldn't do it right now. I don't want to feel like a failure if I stay on basic carnivore. Again, you did great. Yeah, I mean that's why I started out this 100 days with general carnivore, but I just know the power for me, the beef, butter, bacon, and egg challenge. I'll lose weight quicker eating that way than any other way. So, Alfie, I watched all the Rocky movies. Awesome. Yeah, when we have our members live, Alfie, I'd love to talk to you about that. I'm on Creed now. I've only seen, there's two of them, right? I've only seen the first Creed. I don't believe I've seen the second. Jessica, I've done really good the past 7 days. I did cheat from BBBE yesterday. I had some crispy chicken skin. I couldn't resist. It was so good. Wow. Here we are calling that a cheat, right? Yeah, that's awesome, Jessica. Jeff, good morning. What's up, Jeff? um, Lynn, I went to listen to friends play bluegrass at the Pig Bar South Bay Barbecue. I'm happy that I ate clean and I had no temptation to eat like my friends. The typical conversations were on body aches. Well, good for you. Gosh, that's rough to do. You're listening to live music, kind of like in that party atmosphere. Your friends are gobbling down, the macaroni salad and all the barbecue side dishes, and you held strong. That's awesome, Lynn. Good morning, Beverly. Glad you swung by for a few. Cher, good morning, Larry. Um, Walled, walking, and listening every day. Very cool. Glad you're here, Cher. Carl, hey everyone, what's up, Carl? Uh, Alfie, I really want to go camping away from all the technology and nature. Only camping I've done is at festivals, and that isn't camping. Yeah, my daughter Ashley was into festivals big time for like 4 years. She went to like 6 or 7 a year in her early 20s. She was like a modern day hippie. Lori, hello there, and still hanging in there eating carnivore with an occasional ketovore day, missing my son and have had some temptations, but I'm not giving in. Prayers for Cassie. Well, thanks for that, Lori. Very cool. Karen, I was here for a few minutes, long enough to hit thumbs up. Had to go to an appointment with husband. Everyone have a great weekend. Very cool, Karen. That's the thing about these meetings. Stop by for a few minutes. You know, it can still help you out. Kathy, I went to Cherokee once. It was so beautiful. Yeah, it really is beautiful up there. Matt James. Hey, Matt. Hey, Larry traveled to Texas this week and indulged in a 32-ounce ribeye and then barbecue. I started doing OMAD and adding some longer 2 and 4 day fasts. The weight loss has sped up dramatically. Yeah, I got a fast I got to do coming up, right? I thought about challenging on the channel like a 1, 2, or 3 day fast. See if anybody want to do it with me. But that's great, Matt. Very cool. 32-ounce ribeye. Bam. That is an indulgence. I'd really like to do one of those steak eating challenges, where you go and they got like the 72 ounce steak, and if you eat it all, it's free. I've never done one of those. Gidget, I came to carnivore through Carrie. I feel that he basically has the philosophy that if you can't stay on the diet 100%, then don't be on it at all. What do you think of the video he made talking about failure? Well, actually, I did a revision. I did a I did a response video to that video because, yeah, well, you could go watch it. I mean, I addressed the entire thing, because it seemed like he was calling out channels like Carnivore Kip and Carnivore Quest, and somebody had passed away, and he was like, well, maybe they watched the channels that are always promoting failure. That's what I named the video. Am I promoting failure or something like that? But yeah. So go back, Gidget. I give my thoughts on that. Um, Gretchen, I drink a Diet A&W in a fancy glass, and by the time I finish it, usually my cravings are under control. So happy to see I am not the only one who uses A&W uh, as a tool. Very cool. Heartland Soap and Sundries. When I get in that funk, my goal is to not gain. I try to at least eat low carb after I mess up because the funk is real. Yeah, and Cassie's in it thick right now. Big time. Nancy, hey, good morning. I've made at least a few days except for I made it the last few days except for one gluten-free cookie. No more cookies. Just teasing you. Um, Sam, good morning, Larry and Carnivore Quest crew. I took your advice and I'm getting some Kerrygold since I've heard it's better than the Great Value. Um, Very cool. Yes, I think it's better than all of them, but I'm not a huge butter snob. You know, I'll eat whatever. Jen, good morning. I got 6 packs of Kerrygold today. Nice, Alfie. Marine, I'm on day 12 for the 800th time. I've gained 4 pounds. I've gained 4 pounds. My blood sugar is still high. That's frustrating, Maureen, right? Gained 4 pounds, 12 days of carnivore. Wow. You, I don't see how that's possible. Because initially, you know, you lose that water weight. But everybody's different. I've heard other people say that too. It's not just you, Maureen. I made Cassie's pot roast, and oh my gosh, that satisfies everything. It's very delicious, right, Valerie? It's very good. Uh, and what are heavenly eggs? They're like deviled eggs. That's what Cassie calls them, heavenly eggs. But instead of using mayo, um, she uses bacon grease and butter. So definitely check it out. Hey, Robin, if the worst you do, Larry, is eat keto on a cheat, you're doing fine and it's more sustainable long term. Yeah, I agree with that. Gidget, I love Kerry and his family. They are good people, but I feel Kerry has the wrong view on life. His philosophy would tell an alcoholic to just quit trying. Life is about continuing to pray and try. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They seem like a wonderful family, good people, but there's a lot I don't agree with. Carry on, but yeah, my mother always said, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. But seemed like a wonderful family, though. He seemed like a great father, which to me, that's probably the most important thing in the world. Tony, hello from Scotland. Been following you guys for 2 plus years. First time I've been able to catch a live. Very cool, Tony. All the way from Scotland. I'm a little behind in the comments, so I hope you're still here and heard me say hello to you. Uh, Gretchen, it's a little bit fantastic to see how everyone has cheats of meat and cheese. A year ago, I would be confessing pizza, cakes, chips. We have made the wonderful progress in our journey. We're awesome. That's such an amazing statement, Gretchen, and so true. You know, like I heard somebody the other day say, "Oh, I broke down and I had some asparagus." It's like, really? You know, we're like you said, we're all in a good place if that's the worst we're doing. Oh, Alfie, there are 3 creeds. My gosh, I am behind, son. um, Nancy, I walked an extra mile yesterday on the treadmill because it was too hot outside to walk. Yeah, that heat's brutal. Now I hear James Brown in my head singing "Living in America." Hot, hot. Oh yeah, great movie. Christine, rock on, enjoy the ride of life. Text yellow goal. So Christine. Um. Ah, Cassie. Cassie, big breath. You're a beautiful, awesome person. Please have some grace for yourself. You will figure out what you will need to do for yourself in time. Prayers your way. She usually watches these on her breaks too, Gidget, so she'll hear that. Very cool. Jeff, I'm up for a fast. Yeah, I want to give everybody a little bit of a notice. Last time I did a fast, I just did it, and I kind of told you guys when I was in the middle of it, and so many people were like, "Oh, I would have done it with you." So, Phil, hey Phil, I made it. I made it. Today is 1 week down on the BBBE challenge. It's been rough, especially in fighting emotional eating. Yeah, for sure, Phil. So simple, but it's not easy. Especially when you got, like you said, emotional triggers around you, stress in your life, you know. Bacon, eggs, beef, it just don't sound satisfying sometimes. So it takes a lot of willpower to do the beef, butter, bacon, and egg challenge. Kathy, yeah, Scotland is definitely on my bucket list. From what I've seen, it's beautiful, beautiful country. Oh, you guys are talking amongst yourselves. Just my opinion, Christine says, but comments like that just shows arrogance. It doesn't show the love and support that I look for during my struggles. I unfollowed the channel after that video. Took it as very rude. Yeah. That's the thing. There's so many carnivore channels on YouTube. There's something for everybody. You know. Some people just like the doctor kind of stuff, and other people like to hear interviews like Dave Mack does. He just interviews someone new every day. There's all kinds of different stuff. Different strokes for different folks. But if you want authentic, you're right. You're in the right place. As Cassie and I tell it how it is, the good and the bad. We show it all too. Even though I haven't taken my shirt off in a while here on the channel, but believe me, you guys are better off for that. Gidget goes Carnivore. Oh, I did see that video, but he did a new one about watching certain influencers and not watching others because of failure. Yeah. Man, I don't care what he watches. You know what I mean? Tell you the truth, he's traveling the world and making his movie. Anna, I know this is a carnivore keto, but I've been doing OMAD with high protein diet with carbs like veggies. However, I'm proud of myself because I've been walking and doing 6 miles a day. Very cool, Anna. Yeah, and you're more than welcome here. Any way you want to eat, as long as it's healthy, you fire it up and come on in here. Yeah, that's really cool. But congrats to all the BBBE eaters. Very cool. Coco Bear. Good morning, Larry. Thank you for doing these lives. Thank you for stopping by, making me laugh with that awesome name. uh, if I like toffee and sweet, should I burn the brown butter bites too? How much after the foam stops, or how do you know if they are burnt? That's kind of like an education why you do it. I don't know if you've seen my video on it. Look up Carnivore Quest, Carnivore Candies, Carnivore Candy, I think. Sam, you can check out my video on how I did it. Jeez, I'm craving roast beef this week. Kids and the grands will be here this weekend. I think I'll pull a roast out of the freezer and think of you and Cassie while it cooks. Well, very cool. Yeah, y'all enjoy that. I'll tell you what, too, that's great for serving people eating the standard American diet. You just get some nice rolls and serve it, as little sandwiches. Yeah, people love it. Morgan, hey, good morning. Hey, Morgan. Glad you're here. How you doing, Morgan? Let us know in the comments. You holding strong? B. Osborne. This is the best carnivore channel. Thank you both for being real. Well, that means a lot to us, B. Osborne. Thank you. Yeah, I like smaller channels too, but I also like Loris and Chris Spath. I like Lily Kane. Lily and Bryce are entertaining. Laura and Chris kind of show how to make this lifestyle sustainable long term. You know, the Carnivore couple, I like them. There's a lot of them I like. I just don't get a chance to watch a ton. So, oh, we got the most beautiful woman in the world watching. Just popping in to say hello before I grind out another shift. Well, have a good day, honey. Call me on your break. Oh, Sam. Hi, Larry. You and Cassie are very good storytellers. Me and my family spent the past 3 dinners watching the video on your sister, Mom, and then the ones about saving your daughter. Oh, then the alcohol one. Any more? No, that's all of them, Sam. That's pretty much our life. Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of story to tell there, right? 2 murders, almost a third murder. Yeah, it's crazy times, but God brought us through it all. I really appreciate watching that older stuff, and you know, we've shared a lot here on YouTube, so I appreciate that. I felt that this my mom's story was really important. There are a lot of people in this community that deal with domestic violence, you know, and I've gotten a lot of emails saying a lot of people were touched by that, and have even sought help because of it. So that's pretty cool. Alfie, I hope you're doing good, Cassie. We all love and miss you. Yeah, we gotta get her back. Hey, Cassie. Yeah, honey, where you at? No slow at Sam. Yes, keep scraping the burnt bits off the bottom of the pan. Easier with a non-stick pan. I use unsalted butter and sprinkle good salt and bacon bits on top after it starts to harden in the freezer. Really, very cool. Born to lose, live to win. Nice, Phil. Have a good day, Cassie. Maureen, I am a domestic abuse survivor. Well, I'm very happy to hear you survived, Maureen, because a lot of women don't. A lot of women feel so helpless. They got no one to help them. And there is help out there. It's hard to find good help, but it is out there. I'm glad to hear that, though. You made it through. Um, Sam, amen. They loved it. I think the only one missing is Cassie's reaction to the video on your mom and sister. Yeah, that's right. She did do a reaction video to that because at the time she was going through a lot of stuff too that I left out of my video. So she adds some more detail to what was going on during that time when a psychopath was stalking us and eventually killing my mom in front of her work. You know. Um, Cassie says, I'm hanging in there, Alfie. Thanks for asking. I hear you're doing really well. Keep fighting, Alfie. Yeah, he is. Hey, Christine. I was just talking to Larry about that very thing. Yeah. Gosh, we're all caught up. Awesome. Well, I think I'm going to cut this short now, guys. I'm caught up on, well, I mean, I guess I could just let Cassie here. She's still on break for a few minutes. I could just let her hang out in the chat with you guys. Mama. A lot of people ask me why I call Cassie Mo, Moe. When we first started dating, we played this PlayStation game called Tiger Woods Golf, and one of the characters you could be was called Big Mo, and that was Cassie's character. She always used him, so I started calling her Mo, and it just stuck. So now she's my Mo. Phil, I recently found Booby Goats. She has been doing carnivore for 2.5 years. I haven't ever seen her. Wow. Boobie goats. Let's check it out. Yeah. Well, that's it, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna shut this down. Guys know I got some stuff to do. But yeah, I mean, just look. If I do some live streams this weekend, it'll be in the evening time. So it'll be good to see y'all. Maybe we can get Cassie on one. Never know. But yeah, I'll be vlogging my food too. I appreciate you guys stopping by. We usually go an hour, but like I said, you guys know I got a few things to do. But thank you for checking in with me and, letting everybody know how y'all doing. I feel good. I'm not bummed out about, having those baconators. I said no to the sauce. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later. Remember, no sugar, no carbs, no cheating. Alfie, keep it up.